scored 162 points. And I think after the first quarter, they only had 2 points in the paint. First half was like 12. What did you all do from a tone-setting standpoint and executing defensively to start the game?
We just wanted to make sure we got set and make sure they scored over us because they're very fast, get on transition, get easy looks, play in space. That's when they're at their best. And we wanted to slow them down and make sure they like score through our chest and try to score over us and try to score over our set defense. Nonetheless.
So, I want to ask you, last one. I couldn't help but overhear you talk about losing a night. When he is considered for defensive player of the year, the kind of way big versus guard impact as a defender. How do you weigh those two things, and how does that factor into your Warriors?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. To me, it's just impact. There's no position. Like, there's guards, there's bigs, there's wings, and to me, it's like whoever impacts the most should like deserve the most. Um, every other award is like that. Like, there's no for MVP. It doesn't matter if you're a guard or a big or a wing. It's how well you're playing this season, and your position doesn't matter. For all the team selections, it's the same thing. Like, and I think Lou is at the forefront of impacting defense in this NBA every single night, and that's why I think he should get it.
Lou, I know you said in the past that maybe there should be a big and guard. What do you think of where he fits in there? And maybe why people evaluate defense the way they do?
I think I'm right. It just, I don't know. Defense is like a very like you can't have one without the other, so it's a very weird thing to me to only give it to like really like historically only bigs get it. So you can't be just need both. Like on the perimeter, if you get beat, you're gonna need a big to kind of clean up some of that, and then vice versa. Like you're gonna need a good wing defender in order to like keep your big out of bad predicaments at the rim. So in my head, it just makes sense that you'd have a team for that, or at least add a third team. Talk about it on a podcast that will come out. Yeah, so I'm not gonna say too much, but I don't know. Guards just don't get it, huh? It's not mine. But yeah, I mean, guards just don't get it. It doesn't really make sense to me why they don't. I think blocks are just way louder, and that's something that bigs usually do.
What we got? Jalen, just to piggyback on that, do you still believe that there should be two? If I'm not mistaken, you said that on the podcast earlier this year that there should be two defensive player of the year. One big,
like
one
guard and big. Yeah, I just think that makes more sense than like bigs get it every year, and then it just it's not to diss them either. Like obviously they're earning it. I just think there's a lot of guards throughout history that have a really strong case for doing it, and then like they don't get on the team, and it's one of those things I just think about because I'm bored and have a lot of time on my hands. So I just thought about it. It makes sense. I don't think it would hurt anything to at least have two or to at least think about it. But yeah, just historically, bigs get it a lot, and I don't know why guards don't really get a lot of love for it.
Well, the second question is, your third quarter, when you put that together, not just from a scoring standpoint, but also a handful of assists in that. How significant is that, considering this is only your second game back after missing 7 straight?
I'm just trying to get in shape, so I'm trying to push the pace and get back to what I was doing before. The tempo of the game, that's just how it was going. That's how they were playing. And we like to play that way also. And I thought we did a good job of playing that way, but also like being controlled and not letting the game like get out of control. And I thought we were getting good shots, so I was just trying to make the right reads while we were playing that way.
Yeah, but Kendrick's is a guy that doesn't really get the love from the outside, the reputation that he deserves. Tonight was another night where he had to step up and play more minutes than he normally does. And he's not the only one that you guys have out there. You just talk about the impact that those guys give you and how important it is for them. Mark mentioned how what they do allows him not to overplay you guys.
Yeah, being ready and prepared like that is a skill. It's something that, like you said, goes unnoticed. And K Rich definitely has the mentality to be able to do that, which is why we appreciate him so much. I think everybody on the team has that same mindset. I think Mark helps with it too because he's not afraid to put anybody in at different times in the game, different times during the season. So I think it gives a lot of guys confidence to stay ready. But just obviously you brought up K Rich. I think it's just one of those like skills, bro. Like to be able to be engaged in a game where you may not play, and then the next game, like we need you to play significant minutes and be very high level. Yeah, it takes commitment. He's definitely bought into this team, and he does a good job in the journey.
And Shai, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Andrew Inhart's the first guy to wear your shoes in a game. Just talk about how cool that is as a guy that grew up wearing other people's shoes. Like, see somebody wearing your shoes.
Yeah. He was second and Nikhil was first, but yeah, it's amazing. It's just a real feeling. It feels really good. Um, I appreciate Andrew and Nikhil for, I guess, wearing them and trusting them and liking them. Yeah, nothing more than that, though. It feels really good.
You guys continue to like break all these records. Like tonight, you tied this 2017 Warriors with most double-digit wins. You're like on pace to have like the best net rating ever. Broke the Thunder wins record. There's all these things you guys continue to break and show that you're a historic team. How do you process that?
We don't. We don't care not one bit about any of those records. None of those, like, they mean something, but they, in the grand scheme of things, don't. Like, we're after one thing and one thing only, and that's our ultimate goal, to win. And that's all that's on our mind. Everything else we don't care about. Like, as long as we're, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but as long as we're taking steps in that direction, that's all we care about. And everything else just comes with it. We don't know any of those things. They just pop up wherever you see them. We don't focus on them. We essentially don't care about them. We care about winning and getting better every day.
Sort of related to those stats, I know that last year we talked about Mark being sort of allergic to taking credit. How much credit would you give him? Because it seems like this year, rightfully so, it's been more about you guys. But Coach of the Year race, like you said, people get to mention about things. So you guys are winning 60-plus games. You're getting the net rating. You're getting all these defensive things, all these accolades. And it seems like it's some of his impact's gone up over radar.
Yeah, Coach hates credit. He hates anything besides like competition and basketball, and like that purity from him, it like sets the tone for us as a group. Like a lot of times, you guys ask like, how are we so close? Like, how are we so connected? Like him being our head coach and being the leader he is, like he's so humble and so like down to earth that like it trickles down for sure. And as far as coaching the game of basketball, I think we all can say he's really, really good at it. He not only is really good with the X and O's, he's good personally, he's good tactically. Like he's ballsy in situations where he needs to be. He's not afraid of the moment. He's always looking for ways to get better. And like above all, he empowers every single player that plays for him. And I think that's the biggest thing you want from a coach. Your coach to believe in you and believe in your game, so that when you go out there, you can be the best version of yourself. And he's done that all the way down from me to guys that were here that aren't here to the rookies and AJ and Dylan, and like he's steady across the board in who he is every single day, and his greatness every single day allows us to be great.
And if you haven't been over the past couple of years, you haven't been a guy in politics. I mean, you really talk about your own case, but you've had your teammates like Lou and others who have been really, really big proponents. I think you correct me if I'm wrong, but you might have said like you guys almost feel like you want to win it more than you might want to. But what does it mean to have that sort of support and backing from your teammates that they wanted that bad to see you sort of get recognition for that?
I appreciate it. They I go to war with them every night. through thick and thin with them every night. Like if nobody sees me play basketball more than they do. Nobody understands what it's like to be on the court with me more than they do, and that support from them and that backing from them, like, means the world to me. They know that, and without them, I wouldn't be the player I am, the person I am. So they're everything to me for sure.
Shai, I want to go back to Andrew's question. How do you guys get to the point where you block out all the noise and all the everything positive stuff that everything said about you, especially in this era where it's all over social media? It's kind of, if you're on social media, it's kind of hard to avoid.
Yeah, so like 3 years ago, I think it was like Chat Dub's first year, and like Chat had got hurt, and it was the start of the season, and we had these expectations because we like finally got like a top rookie, some good young talent, and we were supposed to be a team that like took a next step. And Chet got hurt, and everyone in the media was like this year's a wash, and we're gonna rebuild again. And Sam came in the first meeting of the year and told us that like our destiny is ours to control, and if we prioritize winning, we'll win. And I think everyone received that message like loud and clear, and we've taken that and run with it this past 3 years, and we've taken steps because of that. So I think like the tone that they set with what they prioritize as an organization and as a front office, as the coaches, just trickles down to us. Like that's all we see. Like they don't care about anything else besides our performance, and everything else comes second to that, and us winning games, and them having that mentality gives us no choice.
But you guys have only had maybe like 160 something minutes with the two big lineup this year. It's been successful, but I'm just curious, if you guys feel like you have learned enough about that lineup and what happened.
No, that's not at all. That's yeah, it's something that we still have a way we want to play no matter who's out there, and it's gonna look a little bit different, obviously, with the size. But both of those guys are so smart and talented that it feels seamless. It has felt seamless in integrating that. Like it hasn't felt like a block in the road or us figuring it out. They're both like great passers. Both like can see the game, feel the game. So like it hasn't been hard at all. Just hats off to those two. They're pretty talented and smart basketball players, and doesn't even feel like we've had to adjust.
Jalen, the rim protection numbers in that lineup, small sample, are very good. I'm just curious, especially with perimeter defender, what it's been like when both of those guys are out there kind of blocking out the rim.
Space is non-existent. Doing a good job of, I wouldn't say like funneling our defense to them, but we get more confidence when they're in the game to like gamble and like just play more aggressive on the perimeter, knowing that we have somebody at the rim. We go small. Obviously, we got to be scrappy, but you kind of have to like really can't really gamble as much. So yeah, when they're both in the rim, they're starting to figure out how to like who's going to be in there and who's going to like take the perimeter, and they're figuring out their defensive spots together. So it just gives us more confidence being on the perimeter to be able to like pressure up if coverage kind of gets blown or something. We kind of have great rim protection at the rim to be able to like kind of combat that.
Last one to Joe.
For either of y'all, like while we're on the topic of sort of historic stats, you guys are basically a win away one of these next two games from having the best record against that opponent conference in history, 27 and win against the East. What do you think?
Stats stuff is more reality than it's for us. It's not on the answer.
Thanks, guys.